We've got asparagus seeds, black-eyed Susan seeds, and Queen Anne's lace seeds. You can tell there's a blood spot in the center. I guess that's how the story goes. Queen Anne was sewing and she pricked her finger, and that's why they call it Queen Anne's lace. But we have a lot of seeds that we can spread from this, so stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be harvesting, storing, and planting some seeds. We have asparagus, we have black-eyed Susan behind you, and we also have some Queen Anne's lace. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. For the sake of this video and the fact that I lost my tripod, I mean I had it for like 4 days and now I can't find it somewhere in the garden. Yeah, so what we're going to do is I'll show you some of these, but what I really wanted to talk about was showing where the seeds are, how to separate them, how to store them, and then to leave some on the plant. So we're probably going to do it in thirds. So we'll grab 3, we'll plant 3, store 3, and then we'll leave 3, if that makes sense. Starting off with asparagus, it's pretty simple. They are squishy, so we try not to squish them, and it's still a little early in the year to be collecting seeds. So I just wanted to kind of grab a handful. I might do a second pass at this middle of October if they still have seeds on them. But I wanted to grab some now because I'm worried about them falling off prematurely and animals getting to them. I'm not sure if, asparagus seeds are really a favorite of animals, but just kind of show you what we're trying to do to keep seeds, spread plants around. Sorry, I'm kind of walking over to here because I want to show you these. There's actually not too many left on here. See if I can poink. See all those? Those are all seeds. This is black-eyed Susan. I kind of expect it to naturalize in the one spot that I have them in my backyard here, but if I could spread them around. And the idea behind collecting some, because I want to plant them while the ground and the temperature outside is cold enough that they won't try to sprout back up. I want to make sure that everything's in what do you call it? Not hibernation. So now that we've got quite a lot of these seeds. Well, hello. It's kind of scary. You can see they just keep coming. This is we wanted to store some of these, so we'll end up putting these. It's pretty obvious that they're different seeds, so we're not worried about confusing them. But you can see there's even more on there. So I was thinking about taking about a good chunk off of that, grabbing another head, and then what I'll do is I'll just plant this somewhere else because it'll naturalize here in this area. It would be also nice to have it randomly by this service berry. So that's kind of the idea. We'll save some. We'll only grab a portion of it right now, but we'll save some of the seeds and then we'll plant some out right now, and then here in maybe another month we'll do that again. And we'll probably the seeds that we save, there you can see my face. So the seeds that we save we're actually going to pot out or get started in the spring, and we plan on starting a lot of these seeds right on Valentine's Day. So it'll be a romantic seed saving adventure. So let's move on to the Queen Anne's lace, which is actually right here. You can see all of these. Unfortunately, in this location, I remember that these are Queen Anne's lace, whereas the other one where I'd showed you, they were, you could still see that one was blooming, so we could tell that it was Queen Anne's lace and not something that we didn't want to save. All right, let me grab one of these heads off of here, make sure there's no, oh, got it. Now we'll take our trusty tools here and pick a random spot. I think, look at that, right next to the elderberry. on the edge of this path. You can kind of see we're making a little walking path through here. And right here. So one way you can actually just spread the seeds just by doing that. If you want to create actual ground contact instead of letting the whole natural process work through, you can scrape some soil back. And you'll want, of course, there to be access, like sun access. So some of this grass is gonna have to be kind of cleared away, but we'll just kind of just like that. Throw a little seed in there. And then to make it even, oh, see, that's the next technique. Just throw the head down on the ground. Next, I wanted to show you, we can actually just bury this head. It's a little, I wish I had my tripod right now, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to get into the soil now that we have a lot of ground cover that helps to protect the soil itself, keep it moist. Oh, that's super hard with one hand. Hopefully you guys can see this pretty well. We'll break it up, make it a little bit easier for the seeds to sprout. And that's kind of the same process that we're going to do. Try different methods because it is just to save time, right? So it'd be a lot easier just to grab one of these heads, walk around just like this, boink, and I'll just take it and throw it and just kind of let nature do the work. But we'd like to do this a couple of times throughout the year. As you can see, not much is actually going into dormancy yet. This black walnut is starting to change colors a bit, but as you can see, none of the maples have really changed. The goldenrod's still active. This mulberry that sprung up on its own right next to the apple tree are still quite active. So we'll do this whole process again in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But let me get out and save some more seeds here. Another note too, as you can see, we're trying to get these seeds a little bit early, right? So we don't lose them. But we don't want to plant them so early that they're not ready. Now, I don't know enough about Queen Anne's lace seeds or asparagus seeds or anything to know. But we'll grab the darker colors now. We'll save those and spread those. The asparagus seeds seem to be more obvious. I mean, if they're a dark red instead of the green that they were. But like I said earlier, just set that right there. Like I said earlier, we're just trying to maximize the chance that the seeds are ready. Try not to lose any. There's actually a sea berry right there. So it's really cool how spreading these seeds around can really add to the diversity, and a lot of these are free plants. They can add to the diversity. We can have more flowers blooming uniformly throughout the year, which is something that we really want, and we can get some more color around. So this will be the end of this video. Not stay tuned, but keep an eye on your subscription feed because we have my other property. We have other seeds there. We have bergamot, purple coneflower, and I think there's one other plant that we really wanted to focus on over there. But here we just have a limited number of seeds that we wanted to save and plant, including we planted an egg over here. So we'll see if we'll see if this grows to be anything. We're not sure what it's going to turn into, but it's right at the base of these lilies and this maple. So I think it'll be a really nice, especially with that service berry right there. I think it'll really pop. Whatever that egg turns out to be, it'll be a real showstopper right on the edge of this Autumn olive. So thank you again for watching, and yeah, just thank you for all the subscribers. We now have 506, which is really awesome. So I hope you guys are gonna head out now and go save and store some seeds. Oh, and one last point, the I'm not going to keep them in that little jewelry box. I just have a plastic baggie that I'm going to put them all in so I can mark what the seeds are to keep them from getting too moist, kind of keep them dry. And another thing too is you want to plant a lot of these seeds in the fall because they need that cold stratification. So you want to look out for that. That saving some of the seeds is good, but like I said, to be as effective as possible, we'll do multiple pullings of multiple plants, plant them in different ways. We'll store them at different points, right? Because we grabbed them at different points, and then we'll plant them at different points. So we'll pot them up in the spring, but we'll also have some that have been planted in the ground or on top of the ground in the fall before. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.